Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the LilyGrace Lifestyle Podcast. Today, I have Kat on today to talk about her lifestyle. So, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
Me too. This is so exciting. Is this your first podcast?
Yeah, actually, it is. Yeah.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. I was just wondering because I know a lot of my guests, it is their first podcast, but by the end of it, no one will even know. People are so good.
Awesome. Well, I talk a lot, so.
Okay. No, this is exciting. So, first question, what is one thing that defines your lifestyle?
I feel like this is like the hardest question, and you
That's
start with it right off the bat.
yeah, I know.
I honestly, because I don't think there's one thing. I mean, people obviously know me as, Cat Fitness. She's at the gym, lifts weights, whatever. But I feel like it's more a collective grouping of things and just the way I think I live my life, the way I like relate with others. I'm very outgoing, I'm very loud, I'm very talkative. So I feel like that's kind of why this industry works for me. Why I kind of make a good coach, but also, when I got into fitness, I realized that eating well, working out, all this stuff goes hand in hand. So I feel like it's more like just a collective grouping of things that kind of define who I am, or my lifestyle, I guess you could say.
I like that because one time one of my guests kind of turned the question on me and I was like, "Oh gosh." And I'm the same way because I totally feel like there are so many facets to life in general, and I've noticed too recently, like if one is off kilter, like the whole thing kind of is off balance, and then it just feels different. So you're so right, and especially when it comes to health and fitness, there's so many aspects to it. It's not just the way you look or just what you eat, it's emotional too. So,
Absolutely. I could not agree more with that. I mean, and just mental health, physical health, I mean, everything, it all ties in, it all goes hand in hand. And I think we'll talk more about that as we go. But
yeah.
but yeah, it's so true. It's multifaceted, like you said.
Yeah, that's so great. I love it. And can you talk to us about your introduction, just a little bit about your background if people don't know who you are?
Yeah. So I'm a certified personal trainer. I am the founder and owner of my brand. It's called CFOC Fitness. Um, CFOC was like my nickname in high school and growing up and stuff. And so I actually kind of started an Instagram page as just like a side, like fun thing. I'm like, oh, I'm just going to do a fitness page. I like wasn't even a trainer yet. And then once I got my training certification and made this my career, it became so much more. I'm like, okay, now this is going to be my business page. And now I'm going to use it to market and promote and connect with other people, on the same level. So, certified personal trainer, I do, online training, I do outdoor group training.
Hmm.
But yeah, so I I want to help people feel comfortable inside and outside of the gym in their own skin. So
I
that's kind
love
of what I
it.
do.
I like that you said feel comfortable inside and outside of the gym, because I think it's so important for people to feel good when they wake up in the morning and when they go to bed, and not just when they're at the gym and telling themselves this is a good thing for me to do. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's so cool. And you do group fitness. That's so fun. I used to do that
Yes.
before COVID. But
Yeah, I know.
I know. Yeah, so can you talk to us about your journey? Like, did you graduate high school or college? Like, how did you get to where you are today?
So yes, I graduated high school. But it's funny because I wasn't super into like fitness or like the gym stuff then. I mean, like I had gone to the gym, worked out, whatever. I was always athletic growing up, played sports. I played soccer primarily. And interestingly enough, I got into Olympic weightlifting
Whoa.
in junior high school. I know. So, and it's funny because I don't do that anymore and I miss it and I wish I had stuck with it because
Huh.
now where I am. But I just wasn't like, and my parents were mad at me that I stopped doing it. They're like, everybody plays soccer, whatever. So that was cool. I did that. I did competitive. But it was more, I took a job at a local gym, just like the front desk.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't a teacher or a trainer or anything like that, but I started taking the group fitness classes. And just the energy in the room, like, was so incredible. I loved the instructors. I looked up to all of them. I met a ton of cool people. And I also like started having awesome results. Because again, like, yeah, I was always athletic, but I was never like really into fitness.
Mm.
And I was like, wow, I'm noticing my body changing, my attitude, my mood, just everything was changing around me, And I was like, wow, this is awesome. I need to get into this. I want to start teaching. So I got my group fitness certification and taught classes. And then I was like, okay, I think I want to do, one-on-one trainings. Then I went on to get my certified my personal trainer certification.
Wow.
So that's kind of how it all started.
That's so cool. First of all, do you know who Katie Marshall is? Because she came on my podcast a few times ago.
We went to high school together or
Oh,
to school
okay.
together. We grew up together.
That's
Yeah.
so cool. Because I was going to say your story sounds so parallel. That's so funny because she started working at the cycle studios and then got into that, and the energy in the room really changed her life. But I think
Yeah.
that is so funny. That is so awesome. And
And
then, oh, go ahead.
oh, I was just going to say yes. And so we've kind of reconnected lately. And I think she's a Sagittarius, as am I. So we're both just very similar in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
So I think it's really cool that you just mentioned her and that you interviewed her. She's
Yeah,
awesome.
that's so funny because I'm seeing so many parallels already. That's awesome. And then the second thing is that I think I was going to ask you about like certification for group fitness, and how does a certification work for people listening, maybe wanting to get their own?
Yeah, great question. So the group fitness one I just did online. Honestly, it was like, I don't even know if it took me like maybe a couple days.
Oh, okay.
And it was through a super random like organization. It's called Fit Tour. I don't even know if they're still around, but honestly, for people listening, like you can just Google group fitness certification, and I'm sure a bunch of stuff pops up.
Cool.
So that was much less challenging, and I already knew a lot. I learned a lot by going to the classes.
Right.
And then the personal training one, I have my cert through NASM. It's the National Academy of Sports Medicine. They are the like most reputable, whatever. Like I didn't go to college for this. I don't have a degree. I'd love to at some point. But getting the certificate, I mean, it was lots of study. It was a lot of work. It
I'm
was
sure.
probably very similar to, actually going to school for it. So yeah, I mean, honestly, Google's our best friend nowadays, right?
Yeah. No,
Type in.
it's so amazing and so funny you mentioned that. I'm just gonna quickly pull something up because it was this really cool quote that basically talks about what you're saying. So Janine Alice is an entrepreneur from Australia, and she said, it's formal education that will get you a job, and it's self-education that will make you a success, which means that you don't have to go to school to be successful. Like there's so many billionaires, trillionaires, entrepreneurs who literally never or failed all their classes, even in like elementary school, and they're a success because they put in the time and put in the work like you did to get their certifications or just learn more about their industry. So I think that is so cool that you said that.
Thank you. And I agree. I mean, that you just described me. Like I was not a school, like I never considered myself book smart. To this day, I'm like, I'm not very intellectual. Like, I don't know why I discount myself like that.
No,
but
yeah.
I've always been more hands-on, like social, like relating to people
Right.
and just, I was definitely not top of my class, like, but I've always had a drive to work and work hard.
Yeah.
So
And that's really all you need. And like you said, Google is a great thing. Like I've learned so much. To be honest, I'm in college, but like half my half my research is off Google. And like I feel
right.
like I'm in business classes too for my minor, but a lot of it I've truly learned just from running my own business. Like it just like solidifies it to me in my head, like learning it from the book, but it's all theory. So when I actually put it into play, I learned so much more hands-on too.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I was just going to add to this because now we're promoting Google. Don't Google your workouts. Hire a professional.
Oh my
That's the
gosh,
one thing I would say to not Google.
that's so funny because I was going to ask you, like, what is the value in hiring a coach like yourself or going to group fitness? I'm sure in my head I can come up with answers, but like in your perspective, like what is the benefit of that versus like Googling?
Another great question. So, first of all, we have the proper certs, degrees, whatever. We have the proper knowledge of the muscle groups, of the human movement system, of the body. We understand how the muscles and joints function. You know, a random one-off workout from Google or online or whatever won't be in depth with you on that. You'll spend a lot of time Googling. You know, also coaches, trainers can personalize your workout. So say, you know, you come to me and you say, oh, okay, you know, I've worked through this injury or I can't do this and blah, blah, blah. So we personalize your program. So we know this is specifically for you, no one else. And it will help you either like work through or avoid injury.
Yeah.
Also, you know, the motivation, the discipline, reporting to someone, having someone to check in with you. That's
Yeah.
a huge, huge thing right there.
Huh. That is so interesting. I love that you said that. Because I feel like in college I don't have a trainer right now, but I feel like once I get out, I'll like want to think about it because I've been doing fitness on my own and Googling, like doing YouTube workouts and stuff, which
Yeah,
has worked for me. And I go to the gym, so that helps too. But I feel like I've hit a plateau. And I feel like for fit people who hit a plateau, maybe who are listening, it is like the next step to bring yourself up to the next
100%.
level because I'm like, oh, I'm doing great. I saw so much progress over the past college years, like 3 years, but I'm like, I need to like bring myself up to the next level. So that's so interesting.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That was a great way to put it. Yes, I
Yeah.
agree.
Huh, that's so great. And I like that you said like personal plan because everyone's so different and maybe not everyone wants to look like a model or have the same goals as someone else. So like I don't know, that's so cool. And do you have clients who you meet with every single day or weekly? How does that work?
So I have, you know, I have a group of online clients. So I don't meet with them every day, but I program them workouts for, you know, most days of the week. So I'm always kind of checking in with them.
Nice.
I say once a week. It's usually more. But that's again the beauty of technology. We can stay really in touch that way. And then I do have in-person clients. Some I see twice a week, some I see 3 times a week, some I just see once a week.
Hmm.
You know, and then they kind of do their own thing. And then, you know, we reconnect the following week and say how to go, blah, 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 all that stuff. So it's kind of what works for their schedule, their budget. I'm open to all of it.
Huh, that's so cool. That's awesome. So we were talking about earlier, like way back when I first reached out to you, lifting to your highest potential. So what does that mean to you? Like you're talking about all this great fitness stuff that you do in your career, but what does that mantra really say about your perspective?